Hello there, everybody. It's your girl, Nicole Banister, aka Nikki Banz, aka the birthday girl, and you are back for this week's episode of NIKKI BANZ Live. Woo, 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 woo. Welcome one, welcome all. Every single Tuesday, yo girl NIKKI BANZ is here doing it big on NIKKI BANZ Live. I am bringing you live interviews with some of the most amazing creatives and entertainers from around the world. And I am so incredibly excited for tonight's guest. I mean, y'all know I'm always excited for the guests who are on my show, you know what I mean? But tonight is particularly exciting because the last two guests that I've had have both been from the United States. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking y'all back to the motherland, back to the African continent, and our guest tonight is coming to us from the country of Malawi. And I'm so stoked about this because honestly, I can already tell y'all that most of y'all tuning in don't really know much about Malawi, and you certainly don't know much about the entertainment industry in Malawi. So we are going to learn about it all today. I am so incredibly excited. First things first, shout out everybody who gave me so much birthday love. As y'all know, my 31st birthday was yesterday. Woo, 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 woo. Go shouty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. So thank you so much to everybody who was showing me mad love. Thanks to you all who subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you to those of you who called me, who messaged me, who DM'd me, who posted about me, who gave me presents, who partied with me at my birthday party. Those of you who Venmo'd me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling so much love from this NIKKI BANZ community out there. So thank you so much, everybody. I love y'all. Happy birthday to me. And thank you guys for celebrating with me. It's such a treat. Such a treat. All right, folks, I'm going to give it just another moment for those of you tuning in to the live show here on Instagram. If you're typing in the chat, I'm going to tell you right now that Instagram just doesn't want me to have a chat box. I can't see it. I can't see the chat. But you know what? It's all good. As long as you can see it and chat amongst yourselves, you know, just keep commenting. You know, it gives me good insights and good analytics. When you comment in the chat, it'll be like, ooh, there was 450 comments tonight on NIKKI BANZ Live. And I'm like, well, you didn't let me see it, Instagram. Show business, baby. The show must go on, whether there's a chat box or not. All right, just gonna give it one more moment for some folks to tune in, but I'm telling y'all, everybody, I'm so excited. Tonight's guest is the one and only Gift Sukali, aka Sukez, coming to us from the warm heart of Africa, aka Malawi. Sukez is a groundbreaking entrepreneur in Malawi, and he is a video producer and content creator. I'm telling you, this man makes videos and movies and films about everything and anything. He be making movies for rappers, for music videos. He does content creation and promo videos for the United Nations, and he's even directed a feature film in Malawi. Oh my goodness gracious, I am blessed, ladies and gentlemen, to have this man on my show tonight. So I'm so excited. I know y'all have heard enough of me talking. I'm gonna wrap it up right there, and I'm gonna get Sukez on the show now because I see he is in the waiting room. So let me give y'all a little drum roll and I'll bring him on now. All right, moment of truth. Let's give it a moment. And hopefully Sukez is tuning in now.
Yeah.
Hey,
So much hype, so much hype.
so much hype, Sukez. I'm here for you.
I'm like, whoa, this is so much hype. Like, you'd sell a person, yeah?
I'm telling you, Sukez, I'm ready for you to cast me in one of your music videos on the mic, you know? I'm ready.
No worries, very soon. No worries, very soon. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Malawi is good. How about you? Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I hope you had a wonderful one. Like the party, I'm pretty sure that it was crazy yesterday.
It was pretty crazy. Honestly, it got a little wild, but you know what? It was all love. lots of friends around me, which was really, really nice. You know, you got to celebrate your birthday with your loved ones, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So Sukez, where in Malawi are you right now?
I'm in the capital city of Malawi. That's Lilongwe. Yeah. So that's where I'm based as well, like Lilongwe, the capital city of Malawi. But I do
Perfect.
travel around, like with my work, around Malawi, and sometimes maybe outside as well.
Okay, amazing. I love it. I love it. Well, we want to hear all about Malawi. We want to hear all about your work. But let me just start off. You know, every time I have a new show and a new guest here on NIKKI BANZ Live, I always like to explain a little bit about how I know my guests and how I
Okay.
know the people that I'm bringing on. So I gotta say, I was chatting with one of my homegirls, and I feel like everybody in Malawi knows this woman. Her name is Tendai Banda. So I was
Yeah.
talking to my friend Tendai, and I was like, Tendai, you know, I'm doing this, you know, IG Live interview series. I was like, I need you to get me somebody big from Malawi, you know, give me some cool people from Malawi, how I can interview on the show. And I knew Tendai, we had met in the US, and then we had all these mutual connections from here in South Africa and her in Malawi. And then Tendai was like, okay, I'll send you some people. So then she ended up DMing me your profile, and I was like, hold up a second, I know this man, I know this guy.
We
Because we
met
had
before.
exactly, we had collaborated on a video project last year in the middle of the
Yes.
pandemic for the International Development Organization that I used to work for. And so I was like, all right, perfect. I already know Sukez. We're gonna get him on the show. So welcome, Sukez, to NIKKI BANZ Live.
Thank you for having me on your show, and this is nice. I like it because you're kind of bringing Africans together. Like, you know, and you are very connected. Your network is good. Like, you know everyone from certain country. It's like you know a person from Malawi, you know a person from Zambia, you know a person from Nigeria. It's like, yeah.
You know, I'm trying to create a network, you know, the diaspora. I want us to all come together no matter what
Yeah.
country we're from. And, you know, the reality is, like, there's so many people who don't know a lot about places like Malawi, who don't know a lot
Yes.
about places like Zambia. But, like, there's
Yeah.
so much creativity. There's so many things happening that it's like, I feel like it's my responsibility to put y'all on, you know, and share your talents with the world.
You're doing a pretty good job. Doing a pretty good job.
And
Big up to
thank
you.
you.
Big up to you.
Thank you.
The
But
minute
so,
South Africa.
yes, you gotta come to South Africa. Come hang with us here, Sukez.
Yeah, sure. I'll be there, I think, in December. If not, yeah, we'll see folk as well.
Okay, well, if you're here in December, I'm having a Christmas party, so you might have to come to that if you're
I'll
in
be
Cape
there.
Town.
I'll be there.
Hey, amazing!
There, then.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Sukez, so let's talk about you, my guy. Talk to us
Yeah.
about your journey to becoming a video director and content creator. How did you get into the entertainment space, and how did you figure out that, you know, directing and filmmaking and creating videos was your passion?
Yeah. I can say it was much of like a passion I had. I've been passionate about art. That's the thing. I used to draw. I'm like paint stuff, you know, like when I was young. So like when I was like in my country, there's no like art school or anything. And I resorted like, you know, what everybody wants to be, like to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer, those kind of things. Because like being a video person, it wasn't cool by that time, you know. Everybody was like, what should I be? You can't say I want to be a photographer, I want to be this. Everybody will be like, you're not thinking, you're not, you know. So for me, then that time I wanted to be a doctor. And I remember during my high school, that's what I was aiming for. So like being an artist on like drawing and doing pictures and stuff, it was more like a hobby. I was just doing it as like a side thing. When I'm bored, then I would just go draw. People would say, you know, come paint for me, like when you're having functions and stuff. Then when I went to university, I didn't go to do med school. I was selected to do IT, you know. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Okay, at least I'm at university. So let me just go with the flow and stuff. So that's when I was kind of exposed to the technology, the computer world and stuff. And I kind of inverted my art from hand drawing to now digital painting, doing posters, graphic designing. So I taught myself on like doing Photoshop and stuff. So like I was doing posters like I would, when there are functions at school, you know, people would come, even people from outside the campus would come. I would keep doing those kind of things just as a hobby. I wasn't even charging. I would just say, you want a poster? I can do for you. When I'm free, I'll do that, you know. But then I was like, I think I can do more, you know, I can do more. What can I do? Like I want to always try to see how best I can take my art to another level. That's something that has been in me since way back, where I wanted like every time to see what can I do this year, which I did not do last year, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm doing posters, I'm a graphic designer, but I want to do more. So it happened that my roommate had a digital camera, so I would just take pictures. Then I was like, you know what, let me try to do some videos and edit it together. So I would try like simple things. I shoot him, edit, put it together, put music, until this other guy, Mafix, is a friend of mine as well. He came to me, bro, I want to shoot a video. I saw you were shooting this other day. I was like, no, I've never done a music video before. I was like, no, try on me. So I was like, sure, let's give it a shot. So I remember that night, I stayed whole night searching how to do a music video. So like, I went to the library, put my headsets on YouTube, just downloading tutorials, watching things. I was like, okay, I think tomorrow at least I can do something. Then I remember like 6 a.m. I kind of even like went to the person, hey, let's go shoot, let's try it. So we gave it a shot. And when I edited it, it was nice. Like everybody loved it. Like I was like, okay, this is my first music video, but everybody was like, oh, this is cool, this is nice, you know. And the camera was so cheap. The places we just used around the campus, you know. But people loved it. I was like, I think I can try to do more with this. So that's I was introduced to videos then. So a lot of people would come to me. I saw you did this video. Can you do a video for me? So I wasn't even charging, as I said, that time. I was doing it as a hobby. I was just like, okay, let me just try to explore things. Let me just try to do, you know, this type of things and stuff. So I would teach myself, go learn, you know, ask a few people who are already in the industry, until I was like, I think I can say that the demand was so much.
Okay.
Yeah, that time I was in third year. So every day a person would come, please do this for me. You know, we're having this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I have to control this. How can I control it?
Now I need some money.
Yeah, price to it. Then I remember I started like on the law, and I was kind of like just working on my free time. And I said, I think probably I should try to get a good camera on my own, and I started serving. So I think within that year, I raised enough. I think it was like $200 or something like that. I bought an HD camera, and my parents were very supportive as well. They top up something. Then yeah, then I brought the camera. I was like, now I'm ready to go full throttle on this. That was 2015. So I was like, okay. Then people will come. I'll say, oh, I've got new gear. Let me try to do it. Then that's also the time I made my business partner. So I was more into tech. I was more into the technical stuff, right? I wasn't good at kind of like writing proposals and stuff. I've never been good at that. Then I was like, okay. Then I made a friend of mine, Hastings. He's a very humble guy as well. Then we partnered to start like a company called HD Plus Creations, and kind of like tried to do like writing proposals, meeting people, corporate and stuff. Then I was like, now videos we're doing almost every month. We shoot a music video, 1 or 2. Wow. And I remember when I graduated in 2016, I was like, you know what? Let's just try what we were doing at university and try to push it for the next 6 months and see if it works. If it works, we're good. If it doesn't, we got our degrees, we will apply for a job, but then we we got. So I graduated with a strong credit. I was doing business information systems, so that's much into the computer world as well. So
Wow.
After we started the company, we actually our office was there. It's like a simple, the same room where we're sleeping. It was like one bedroom house. Actually, yeah. So that was our office. We were also sleeping there. So much was like
Wow.
we ate it there. Then with time, we were like, you know what? I think we kind of we have to be serious. Like sometimes maybe corporate world will come, corporate guys will come, and they have to find you. There's a bed there, there's a computer there. They'll be like, you can't be something like that. Then
Right, right, right.
we went on office hunt. We found this space, which it was also just one room, but we just put like different, like 3 desks as well. Like start working on that and employed 2 people to be working with us.
Oh,
So that's how like we got now full throttle into video production. So doing music videos, documentaries, TV adverts. But then, as I said, every time I wanted like to do more. And one of the target was to go into movies, and that's my passion. I
yes.
want to go like do big films, and I wanted that's like my goal, like to have big
Okay.
production, Marvel kind of thing.
Okay, okay. The Marvel of
Exactly,
Malawi coming soon.
exactly. I can remember Africa. I want this to be African thing.
Okay. Oh, you bet. We'll put that out into the universe right now. We'll manifest that for the new year. The Marvel of
Yeah,
the African continent. I'm ready for that, Sukez.
exactly. So that's my goal. Like, want to push it to that level where like every year
Mm,
we will be like, there's a movie coming from Africa. We shouldn't just be waiting for people from Hollywood to say, okay, what's coming next year? But people will be like expecting something from Africa. So that's what we're trying to build. I know it will take years, but as long as we get started and we're moving on, I'm pretty sure that things will fall into place. So probably I've talked a lot. That's in a nutshell. A short couple of documentaries, music videos, a lot. In essay, I've been there, short videos, Zambia, and Botswana, South Africa. Yeah, like, and also documentaries, as you said in your introduction, couple as a company now, we have done for
yeah.
you, done for embassies, which have been some of the documentaries have been showcased at international level. So
Wow.
yeah, like still go on and do more as a company, as HT Press Creations, because right now we are almost 21 people, young
Wow.
minds in our company. These are people who really think in creative way, like doing. So it's just me and my family, the company, trying to put things together and do bigger things.
Sukez,
So
I have to say, like, even just this introductory statement that you've made here is already so motivating and inspiring because you're talking about launching your own company and employing people just in the past 5 years when you graduated university. Like, you are an incredibly young guy and you are just making such strides. You're doing such an incredible job of trying to create jobs, create employment opportunities for young people and young creatives in Malawi and across the African continent. And you started from such humble beginnings. Like, to hear that you were just a kid in university
yeah,
making trying to make music videos for people, just shooting around campus using your own equipment, that your first office was also like your home where you were sleeping. I think these are the types of stories that really motivate people and remind people that, like, to reach this level of success, to become the superstar that you are today. Like, it's not just something that happened overnight. It's not just something that fell into your lap. It's something that you really
exactly,
hustled
yeah.
for. And I think that's incredible. And I think one of the things that's really special to me about what you're doing, Sukez, is that, especially coming from a place like Malawi, this is a country that the reality is that on the global scale, most people
Yeah.
don't know a lot about Malawi. Most people probably
Yes.
haven't even heard of Malawi around the world. And you are
Exactly.
truly exporting Malawi to the world with high quality video content and high quality productions that the world can see and relate to and understand. So what does that mean for you to be taking Malawi not just across the African continent but to the world?
Yeah. For me, I believe that sometimes it's not where you're coming from. They say you shouldn't blame like um, where you're coming from. You can achieve anything from where you are. I know like a lot of people when they look at Malawi, they say what best can come out of this country, right? Even like when let's say my movie, I try to pitch to people. We're like, okay, where are you from? From Malawi. A lot of people would say, it's fine. So like for the even the feature film which we did for Tani, we struggled because it was it's an independent film. We tried like to find people to put resources to it, probably to become like executive producers and the like. But it was a challenge because everybody will be like, okay, where are you coming from? Okay, I'm coming from Malawi. They will say, okay, what has come from there? What's the history about film, that side? Then you end up like, it's not that much if you compare to other countries. So we ended up like, you know what, let's not wait for people to come. Let's just start. So I remember we just say, let's start. And I remember like when we cast it, we're like, you know what, we don't have the funds. We will try to shoot every Sunday. So our first feature film, the first phase, we were shooting every Sunday. That was in 2019. Until I was like, we're moving at a slow pace. So we had to find people now, like friends and family. Like we said, okay, now these are the people who helped us, you know, and we even got some money from the banks to try to now finance the project. And when we did, now that was 2020, so we stayed like a break of 4 months. After the first shooting, we were like, no, I think it's not working. Let's try to find something. So we kind of like the company HD Plus pumped in something. Also, like some people as well helped us. Then we said, let's go like for second phase and shoot this. So I remember we shot, and we also ran out of funds, and we also went on a break for like 2 months.
Wow.
And it was in 2021. So like when we finished it, we started like post-production. That was another hassle as well, because it was something which is we've never done a film before. So, you know, so like looking at all these challenges on our side, when we did the film, and right now this film has been selected at Oscars to represent Malawi. So it's on the list.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know that. Congratulations! Yes. We got an Oscar nominee. Wow!
Exactly. But then, at the journey, if you look at the journey, it's a journey which has taken years as well. It has taught us a lot in terms of being patient, as well as probably just getting things started. Because if you didn't start, it wouldn't work. And this Saturday, we've been nominated at African Movie Academy Awards in Nigeria, Lagos. One of our main actresses has been nominated as the best young actress, and should be, you know. So you get like started. Everybody was doubting us. You guys, can you do a thing which can compete on international level? But now that the world is recognizing us, despite where we're coming from, but what we have done, you get like in US festivals, we've been nominated, so many of them, excluding Oscars, we've been, you know, selected there. Then you look at African Movie Academy Awards, we also won some couple awards, which we said, I think it's not where you're coming from now, it's just you getting started and try and push. So yeah, wow. As you say, like Malawi is not yet known, but it's us to kind of make it out there. People should be like, where's this film coming from? Oh, this film is coming from Malawi. Everybody like, Malawi? Let me search it. That's exactly. We have to do that. Yeah.
I love it. Sukez, this is so exciting. Congratulations on all of the acceptances at different festivals. Congratulations on being Malawi's official Oscar submission. That is incredible. That is so, so cool. So, okay, for those of us, like for me here in South Africa, like if we want to watch your feature film Fatsani, is there a way for us to watch it? Is it somewhere where we can find it online or purchase it? Like, how, like, or do we have to wait? Like, how do I watch it?
Okay, so for now, it's still like doing in festivals as well as a couple cinemas, but also we pushing it this December. Hopefully, it will be on Showmax. We still like finalizing a few things, so I'm pretty sure like in SA, everybody will be able to watch this film. Malawi, we're partnering with local TV channels as well as people to be able to see it. But also across the world, we're still talking to distributors to be able to film outside there, because as long as with like international recognition of Oscars, we've been receiving a lot of distribution deals requests. So we just trying to take our time to choose the best, and from where people can bid. Okay, you can access it here. So I'm pretty sure by December, January, the movie should be out everywhere in the world.
Wow, Sukez, congratulations. That is so exciting. I cannot wait to watch Fatsani. I have visited Malawi maybe 3 or 4 times over the years. I've been to Lilongwe and I've been to Malanje, you know, just for work.
Did we meet, by the way, the time you came?
I don't think we've met in person. I think we've only met virtually, but soon come, either here in South Africa or I'll just come back to Malawi. I'm ready to meet you in person. But it's just like to be able to put this country, you know, on the map globally the way that you're doing is so incredible. And you're really pioneering the entertainment industry in Malawi and showcasing the African continent and new places on the continent to the world, which is so cool. And another way that you did that, you know, was through this really prestigious award that you won, the Forbes Africa 30 under 30 last year. Congratulations. That's amazing. How did it feel being honored by such a prestigious award, and how has that shifted your career and your business since becoming a recipient of Forbes 30 under 30?
Yeah, I can say that I didn't see that coming. And I remember the first time they contacted me, I was like, okay, who has nominated me? Who, like, they kind of allow, they did research, they now requested more information about me. I was like, oh, okay. So like people are able to notice the effort we are putting to push the creative industry, the business industry in my country. I feel like that's okay. And when I was listed on Forbes, it changed the way I even think, or how people maybe pursue or probably sees us, because it gave us that thing like, okay, I think we kind of like on international platform, people are able to see it. So let's try to do things such something which is internationally recognized as well. So even when I was doing the film, because I think we kind of completed the film after I was nominated as well. So like everybody like on the list and people, the interviews were like, what are you working now? What's next? So that time was like, okay, imagine all these people now, they'll be like, okay, let's see what this guy on Forbes is doing. What has he done? You get, so it kind of like pushed me to think big, to kind of think out of the box, not just about like Malawi, now to think of global scale. So it kind of helped me in that way. But as well as networking, my network a little bit grew, and I kind of interact with people whom I didn't think I would interact with. Big stars, like even like Forbes community. We kind of have sessions, talks, and some of the people, I'm like, you guys in the same group with me, and we're able to chill. You know, like celebrities say, I mean, SA, Nigeria. So a lot of Africans able to interact, like big stars. Whom for me, I was like, okay, I don't think I'll even have their number in my phone. Able to interact and have a chat, that kind of thing. Ah, okay, sure. And able to share knowledge. And when I come to SA, when I go to Nigeria, I'm pretty sure that we always like make plans to kind of interact and so it gave me that kind of proximity of people, but also how people maybe see. They see, okay, if you are internationally recognized, that means I think you I'm able, like people are able maybe to listen to the idea which I bring on the table. Let's say if you come in and say, okay, you know, like we can do something like this. At least they'll be like, okay, who's talking? This guy. So it can also give me, yeah, it kind of gave me that kind of thing. Like, okay, let's listen to this guy. I think he's making sense and stuff. So yeah, I feel like it has helped me, but also the company as HT Press Creations.
I can imagine. I mean, it gives you that clout, you know, it gives you that professional backing that says, wow, okay, even, you know, the work that this guy is doing is recognized by this like really big organization, this really big company. And so that it almost opens the door. It makes it easier for you to have those conversations and to find potential funders or investors. And I know that your network is growing rapidly, and I know that you do all sorts of different collaborations and things like that. So whether it's been, you know, a music video or work in the development space, do you have like, what are some of your like most favorite collaborations that you've done, or some of the projects that were like really, really exciting to you? I mean, obviously we know Fatsani is fantastic. The feature film is a big one, but are there other collabos or partnerships that you really had a ton of fun working on?
Yeah, I think I've worked with, when it comes to music videos, I think I'll talk both movies and the like. On music videos, I've worked with a lot of big artists in the country. And sometimes I'm like, I feel like I've grown, you know, that kind of thing. Like I've worked with almost everyone, you know, but kind of keeps me creating more. So, like, I've worked with Gwamba, he's a big artist in Malawi. Onesmus, he's a big artist in Malawi. Namadingo is also a big artist in Malawi. In SA, with Buffalo Soldier, is a big guy. I've worked with Beanie Man when he was in SA. The last, well, yeah, so I've interacted with these people, like even shot some of their videos. And in Zambia, the likes of Pompey is also my brother from Zambia. We have worked on a couple of videos, and he also did a soundtrack to movie Fatsani. Worked with Esther Chung from there as well. Like a lot of people whom I've worked with in terms of music videos. In terms of the movie industry, I think my favorite project was when I worked on this Australian-Japanese movie as a location manager. So the job me via email, oh, want to shoot some scenes in Malawi. Can you advise, find location for us? I was like, sure, what do you want? So they gave me references and the like. And for me, I took it as a small project, but now just to realize that it was big. It was very big.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure, you want to find location? Yeah, sure, I can get you locations and the like. I was like, no, we'll send someone from, so the guys were from Australia. But like we send people there, be able to move around with them. So my brother, Geoff, flew from Australia, came to Malawi. We had almost went every district looking for locations for 30 days. So when we nailed down the locations, they're like, okay, now we want to come and shoot. So we want you to process all the equipment in terms of that, to have to come in the country. We have some crew coming from South Africa. So that's when I realized that this is big. Remember, I remember guys, they brought drones, the big ones, like which I've never seen. They brought big cameras, which are like, you know, because it was Fox Studios project. So I was like, okay, so everyone is relying on the places which I found to shoot these videos. So when they came, um, we processed everything as a company. Then we went and shoot. And the movie is called Whistleblower. If you check it out, it's an Australian Japanese film, and
Okay.
it is big. Like maybe here it's not big in our country or probably in Africa, but I think in Japan the box office was big in Australia.
Wow.
So that was one of my exciting projects. And after that, I remember they invited me to go to Australia, where I was on 4 sets, film sets,
So
for
cool.
uh, like um, I would go from this set, go to this set. So it was more of an eye opener to me as well, to see
Sure.
how other people outside there are doing, and I'd be like, oh, I think we're kind of doing it on a small scale. But then it kind of pushed me as well to think in that direction. So everything which I'm doing, kind of like have a direction of what. Oh,
For
okay,
sure.
guys, we're doing something like this. Can we try also maybe to do something like that here? We might not have everything, and we might not have the money which these guys have, but we can try to use what we have to do something big. So yeah, I think that comes Fatsani, also, which is our baby, we can say, because this is our first feature film, and we're trying to make it right as well. Like,
Right.
why we're taking time, making sure that we know that, okay, where can we do better in the next project. So
Mm.
all these things, they're coming together now because it's experience, I can say. Like, it's I really needed this to be able to do more projects which are coming ahead.
Exactly, exactly. And I think what's really standing out to me, Sukez, about what you're saying is that, these collaborations, these partnerships that you have are expanding your perspective of even the work that you can do, the artists that you can collaborate with, the levels of types of people who you can work with, the countries that you could be working in, and I find that, it's these types of exchanges, is these type of collaborations and opportunities that expand your perspective and expand your worldview, right? Like, you don't know what you don't know. And then you go to a place like Australia and you see, okay, they've got this, they're doing this. Or you come to South Africa, you say, okay, they're doing that there. Then you can start to get creative and say, okay, how do we put our own spin on that? How do we do this? And so I think that's quite cool that you're having all of these like really dynamic experiences with so many different types of countries and people and productions. And so, and for everybody tuning in here on the IG Live, I got a couple more questions for Sukez, but remember, for those of you who are tuned in right now, you can ask Sukez some questions as well. If you look at the bottom of the screen here on Instagram Live, there's a little circle with a little question mark in it, a little thought bubble with the question mark. You can click on that, type a question for Sukez. I'll make sure to keep the last 10 minutes so we can answer all the audience questions. I know we have about 12 of you who have been loyal the entire time we've been here on the live. So definitely drop your questions in there. I'll happily ask them to Sukez. But Sukez, one of the questions that I have, I've been thinking about quite a bit, just through your journey and thinking about, how you started at university, creating this content, doing something that seemed relatively new that not a lot of people were into. What is it like now, in Lilongwe where you are, or in Malawi as a whole? Do you feel like the entertainment industry is growing? Do you feel like there's a lot of young people who are trying to get involved in the space, whether it's content creation or directing or production? Are you really seeing that shift? Like, are you seeing people trying to get more into the space?
Yeah, I can say obviously. I think things are opening up. I can say I think it has been slow, yes, because I think COVID last year, little things, like
Yeah.
things, even like our business as well, kind of slowed down. I think we're trying to pick ourselves up probably this year, like, but almost everything slowed down. But I remember when we launched Fatsani, when we premiered it in Malawi on 30 April, just after that, we have seen premieres like probably after that I've attended almost 5 movie
Wow.
meaning that things are moving, you know. We didn't have this kind of premieres or probably movies, or people were scared, but now after they saw what we have done, a lot of people had courage to say, I want to have a premiere as well. And I kind of like it because it's it inspires people as well, you know. So if these guys they do a premiere, it inspires someone. If these guys do a movie, it inspires someone to also do a movie. So it's like we can say a ripple effect, right? If there's this ding ding ding, then another thing, it kind of like just growing like that. So in terms of creative industry, especially film, I feel like we're moving in the right direction when it comes to movies. And I'm hoping that by next year, all we need probably as a country is to have good policies, to have good platforms, infrastructure, because, you know, like for me, I feel like officials, governments, they take creative industry, entertainment industry, art sector as a secondary thing, right? Countries which have put these things as a priority. Look at USA. That's like Hollywood is one of their like major thing. If you look at Korea, their movies like right now the industry is contributing almost 10%, if not 7% of GDP. It's coming from the movies, the entertainment, music, movies, and the like. You know, and the thing is with movies and music, once you invest in this, it incorporates a lot of things. Like let's say like my movie, yeah, I almost incorporated almost every industry. Because if you look at fashion, I had to make sure that the fashion industry, they have to bring their own thing. The catering industry, the food industry, they had to do catering, like to bring to the like to the on stage, and you know. Then we had probably people, the security industry. We kind of put that industry as well close to us.
Wow.
Because we had to do some things as well, like probably, you know, almost music as well, because a movie is never there without kind of music. So it's like a movie for me kind of gets almost every industry. Like they'll bring this the same way I think with music as well. It kind of pulls things like together, right? But then, as I say, all we need as a country, I think, in our country, I can say, the will of the government to invest in the arts. Right now, like young arts industry is one of the biggest industry where young people are. You know, a lot of people like they're into music, they're into movies, they're into acting, poetry, creative, right? So if let's say you're trying to create jobs, you look where most people are. That's the industry where I feel like if you want to invest, you have to invest into that, right? So I think we can say that young people are working tirelessly to make sure that the industry, the arts, the creative industry is growing up. All we need now is probably we can say that big support. You know, like we don't have the financial muscle like the way, you know, like let's say the big companies or infrastructures governments, which there's be like, okay, you know what, as a industry, we're giving as industry 1 billion, for example. For the government, for it's not that much. We have seen the government pushing money like to other things. If they say, okay, this much into this, just even 10% or 5%, I'm pretty sure that the industry will grow bigger. So even this every African country, which I can say like the entertainment industry is where like a lot of people, young people are. So if you're targeting young people, if you're targeting youth, this is the industry you have to target, right? Yeah. That's what I can say. That yeah, I think but we good. But this year we've seen tremendous moves by young people in the creative industry in our country.
Yeah, and you're making such a good point, Sukez. I mean, I think people often forget, like, it's when you do something like a feature film, when you do something like a TV series, it's not just the entertainment sector and industry. It's not just media that benefits. It's all these different sectors that have to come together. Just like you said, whether it's fashion or food or hospitality or security or transportation, you know, like all these different people have to come together. And, you know, oftentimes, you know, film sets can employ, you know, hundreds of people depending on how big the film is, where you shoot, you know, how many different locations, who's all involved. I think it's such a strong reminder to government, to corporations, to development sector, to whoever's interested in funding the youth, funding the next generation, investing in employment opportunities, investing in the creativity of these young people, that like the media sector and entertainment, you know, is such a strong factor of that. And like we were talking about earlier, it also helps to just scale our perspective of different people and places around the world and learn new things. You know, for those of us who, you know, someone who's in South Africa or someone who's in Tanzania, maybe they don't have the opportunity to visit Malawi, but through film and through music videos and through TV, whether it's YouTube and Instagram Live, whatever, they can be connected to Malawi all of a sudden.
True, true. So yeah, I think you're quite right. I think music, films, they kind of connect us. You see how we are more connected to USA, like just because
Right.
of yeah, it's like every time when you think of USA and think of Rambo, for example, you feel like, oh, you shouldn't mess up with USA because they have blah 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 blah. If you think like, you know, so
Right.
next countries, and a lot of people now are able to associate or probably just have an idea of, let's say, that country. Oh, okay, so this country is like this. The same way, like when I watched Mr. Bonds way back, before I even like came to SA, yeah, I was able to know, okay, so this is a little bit the culture. Oh, this is how, like, you know. So I was able to know a few things about SA just watching one movie, you know.
Exactly.
So I know that I think that's the way to go if we try to bring the media, the creative industry, to kind of explore things. It kind of like unites us together.
I totally agree with you, Sukez. I totally agree. So I see we have about 10 minutes left of the interview. It looks like there's a couple questions that are coming through in the question box. Remember, if you want to ask Sukez a question, I will certainly ask it for you. Just drop it in that little thought bubble at the bottom of your IG live right now with the little question mark. Drop your question in there and I'll ask. But Sukez, I have to say, you know, we've been talking here for about an hour, and you're pretty good in front of the camera, my man. Like, I know that you're normally, you know, behind the camera doing the directing and the producing, but we might need to get you in front of the camera one day. Is this something that you're thinking about? I'm just saying.
I can say probably this is my second, if not my third IG live. I feel like I'm bad in front of the camera. The first person that I'm usually, like, for me, I kind of, I'm like, I'm never like used to sing myself. I kind of like in this. So I think behind the, for me, that's where I am. So like, being, maybe I'm trying, but I can't say that I'm 100% okay. I'm trying.
That's so funny. You're like, yeah, I'm okay just being behind the camera. Well, you know, hey, like I said, this has been a fantastic interview, Sukez. So, you know, I can't, you know, if you decide to make a cameo every now and then, I'm just saying, you know, it would suit you well. It would suit you well. So, okay, before I get to the questions that people are asking in the question box, maybe the last thing that I'll ask you is, you know, just shout out everything that's coming up next. Like, give us your handles. How can we follow you? How can we support your journey? And like, what's coming up next? What should we be keeping an eye out for from you and from HD Plus Creations and from your team?
I can say first thing is when the movie drops, I want because for me, I know that it will be big because we kind of still like finalizing things. I can't say much, but I want when it drops, it has to be big. You have to share with your friends. Make sure the links, the posters, when they're out, like just share it out. That's how I think people can help. But also watching it and giving us feedback where we can improve, or probably where we can change in future, like in the next projects. That kind of builds us, you know. So watch the film when it's out. I think we'll be mentioning the dates very soon. When it's out, make sure you watch it. Make sure you comment. You send us a review. Make sure you go on IDMB. You rate it. Right now, I think it's on 8.9 out of 10 on IDMB. So you go there, you rate it. We just want like a lot of people to be able to watch, share with their families. But also, we've been doing premieres lately. I think the last one we're planning to do in Kenya and South Africa and Malawi. So probably after we do the last screenings, wherever you are, you have to go watch this film at the premiere, because it kind of feels different when you watch it from home. But when you watch a film with like friends and family as well, I feel like it's fun. So yeah, just make sure that it's there. But also people should look out to more projects. As I said, this is our first feature film and we're not stopping. We want to do more. As our goal is to be the African Marvel company, something like that. Something, I don't know, like something big. We want to be
Yes.
So yeah, we want to do a lot of films, and also we worked on a series this year, which is in post-production. So that's our next projects next year. I won't be mentioning titles or anything, but just people should just watch out. We are having a series which is dropping next year, but also working on, we are in pre-production of our next feature film. So like people who want to be executive producers or be part of it, as I say, the movie, you can never do it alone. You need people. You need people support.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I just have my thing, my car. You have to use it anywhere you want with doing production. You have to have this. So you know, like when we want, when we start, I think production, probably requesting for people to be part of it. People can be part and parcel of our next project, because our next project, we don't want it just to be a Malawian product. We want to incorporate other countries. We're trying to find Zambians, they'll be part of it. Zimbabweans, Botswana, probably people from SA as well. We want probably to make it more Southern Africa. Like everybody has to say, oh, there's our thing here. There's our actor there. Oh, what worked on this movie. So, but if you look at all these things to be possible, you're looking at resources, you're looking at, you know, so if they are part of this, I think by next year we'll be able to be calling out people who wants to be part of this movie as a crew cast, executive producer, and the like. So just be on the lookout. You can find the information on our Facebook page, creations, Instagram, HD Plus Creations, also like website, www.hdpluscreations.com. So like all this, there'll be information, but also you can follow me on IG, Sukez, Facebook, Sukez, LinkedIn, Director Sukez, Twitter, Sukez. So just search, follow me to be updated on what's next. But I wanted this thing to be more of Southern Africa, big film, you know, where we shouldn't work independently. We want people to work in collaborations. I love collaborations. That's the thing. I love people working together and having something big. Yes. There as well. You'll be there. I'll be like, big, come here.
Yeah, I'm saying, me too. I love collaboration. So honestly, Sukez, if there, I mean, you know, I know some people in Zambia. I know some people here in South Africa. I know some people in Botswana, all these places in Southern Africa you just mentioned. So with our two networks combined, you know, we can make some magical movies, shows, everything. So definitely, you know, if there's anybody in my networks who I can ever connect you to, definitely let me know, because you know I'm always here to support and create these networks.
Take this. Where's the list? Give me the list.
Where's the list? Okay, we'll do it. I'll send you the list after this, Sukez.
I can go at doors.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, everyone who's tuning in here to NIKKI BANZ live right now on Instagram, you're watching the rerun on YouTube. We're all going to repost the Fatsani flyers. We're going to keep an eye out for HD Plus Creations. We're going to keep an eye out on your pages, Director Sukez, and make sure that we can share and repost flyers, where we're keeping an eye out for this new series coming up. I'm so excited for you, Sukez. It's just so incredible. And I want to make sure, I see that we got a couple questions in the chat. So let me just ask these really quick. We've got 2 questions for you. The first one from my dear friend Melanie here in Cape Town. She's asking, what advice do you have for the younger generations that would want to get into the space?
Okay. First thing is getting started. A lot of people would debate, should I really do it? Should I do this? But I feel like if you really want to bring change, if you really want to do something, despite if you have the backing maybe from your family, from your friends, from your community, but if you feel it like in your heart, in you that you really want to do this, just getting started, you know, you have around you. I think with that, you can achieve anything. Things will grow when you get started. Things cannot move if you're just thinking or probably saying, okay, I want to have, you never know, like Nick, probably next year, you have a big TV show, you know, but when you ask people, how did you start? You'll be like, oh, it was IG, you know, that kind of thing. So, you never know, but people will be like, have to see the capabilities of you doing the thing, then they'll come in and join you. But if you feel like, okay, I want to have everything, and then I start, that thing can never happen. Then there's no one who will come just say, you know what, here's $100 billion, you have to start a company. Everybody,
right.
When they know that, okay, you can achieve this with a little you have. What if you're given this? That's what I think I can say, just getting started. But also follow your passion, follow what you think is right. Like for me, as I said, I had this, right? I was like, okay, let me just give it a shot, because I feel like I can do more in this industry. So I'm not saying that I'm there. I'm not even maybe big as people think. But for me, I feel like I'm heading probably that direction. Challenges will be there. There will be days where I've even wanted to quit. Like, I think I was like, no, this entrepreneurship thing is not on me. There have been times where I'll be like, I think I'm done. Let me go back to like find work. There are so many days, but every time I have to think, okay, but where am I? Where have I come? Like, if I look at the distance, then I look at the challenges which I've like faced, moved out. I feel like I think this is okay. There's time, things will work, you know. So challenges will be there. There's no journey where a person became successful without finding challenges. The challenges makes you to be you, you know. Oh, that's experience, you know. Like, okay, you'll be like, okay, you know what, I've made this challenge before. How did I overcome it? Oh, I did this. That's, you know. So the first time it's always hard, but with time I feel like it's always good. So I think that's what I can say to people who are just going into creative or wants to start something on their own, something.
Sukez, I so deeply resonate with everything that you just said. I'm like, yes, like if you have a vision, you want to do something, like just start it. You know, I just like that. Literally, that's what I'm doing here with NIKKI BANZ Live. I was like, you know what? Netflix isn't gonna just give me a TV show. I need to actually prove that I can interview people. You know, and then Netflix can come.
You're heading there. Trust me, you're heading there. because they look at your track record, like what have you done? You can't just walk there and be like, I can do horse. They'll be like, show us.
Right,
You
exactly. Where's the evidence? Where's the proof? No,
Yes.
and I mean, just same with you, like you said, the humble beginnings that you mentioned before, and where you are now, all the awards that you've won, the feature film that you've released, you know, the Oscars. I mean, all these things, Sukez, is just so cool. And you're totally right that like all these moments, all these journeys, every step, you know, comes with challenges as well, and those challenges do make you so much more prepared for that big moment when you get your big break. So thank you so much for sharing that wisdom with us. The only other question that we had, Sukez, was from my friend Renelle, also here in Cape Town, and she was asking how can we reach you, and you already shared your Instagram handles and things like that, and I'll be sure that when I post this, I always post my Nikki Banz Live onto my Instagram channel. So on the IGTV, you can find them there. And I also post every single episode on YouTube. And I'll tag you, Sukez, and make sure we got all the tags and all the handles in there so that people can find you. But Sukez, that's an hour. Is there any final thoughts, any final words you want to share on Nikki Banz Live tonight?
I think the last word I can say is, guys, Africa is our country, and no one can bring change, or no one can do something for us better than us.
Woo!
Can do better because we know our issues. We know where things are wrong. We know how we can change them. We shouldn't be waiting for someone from America to come to change our situation. So if you feel like you want to have a big studio, you can change. You can do that. You shouldn't wait for someone to come and change it for you. If you want to be an artist, no one will come push you. It has to be you. So whatever you think like want to achieve, and probably you want to take it far, you know, it's you, it's us. If you feel bad about our country, it's us to also change that. So Africa is one. Africa, I believe in unity. I believe in collaborations. I believe that it's only imaginary boundaries which were created by our colonial. Then we shouldn't look at that as a barrier. You have to look at Africa, your market, all of it. Don't just say, I'm from Zambia, I'm from South Africa, then you concentrate on that. Then it's hard to break that kind of colonial lines. They're there since we're back. So.
Such inspiring and uplifting and empowering words for us to end on. Yo, Sukez, with that last comment there, Africa is one. No one can do better for us than us. Yo, I just feel all the way launched right now with that statement. Sukez, it has been such a blessing, such an honor to have you here on Nikki Banz Live. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time tonight. Thank you for speaking to everybody who's tuned in. This has been so fantastic. We cannot wait to keep supporting you and keep watching you shine. So thank you so much, Sukez.
Thank you so much as well.
All right, everybody, that's a wrap. That's Nikki Banz Live. You can come back every Tuesday for another guest, another episode. Sukez and Nikki Banz signing out. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, everybody.